What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Mad Red United. Today, a bit different. I'm here with my man, Saeed.
What's happening, mate? You alright?
United Central.
How you feeling?
Alright, mate, alright. If you're not already following this guy, I'll put his link to his channel in the description below. Check him out. He's with me. United stand all over this place and all over the country, so definitely check his channel out. You'll see me on there as well. So, yeah, let's get into this. I've just got back early this morning, mate. I put it all on Twitter. I've had my moans. People have been moaning at me for moaning. I'm becoming a bit of a well-known moaner, apparently. I'm not. I'm just being
said how it is and what we see.
Criticism, I think, is realistic in my opinion.
100%.
I do. So we're just going to go over a few of the other games like I do on the Premier League show. Just going over this weekend. I'll pick. Me and Saeed will pick out the performances and stinkers of the weekend. Yeah. Quickly on Wolves, though. Right, mate.
Frustrating, mate. Absolutely frustrating. And obviously, it's more frustrating when you see it live on, in the stadium. But for me, it was the perfect game and the perfect plan by Ole. Just it lacked the execution. It lacked the final ball. It lacked the Bruno Fernandes. You know what I mean? It's funny as he says it. It lacked the Bruno Fernandes for me. We had everything. We had, you had the commanding centre backs. Harry Maguire pushing forward with the ball. Lindelof, Shaw bombing on forward, which is rare for me. Wan-Bissaka bombing on forward. You had McTominay trying to link the play to find Lingard. Pogba trying to find Lingard. We did that for the first 30 minutes. Beautiful. Wolves didn't have the ball. No. Wolves did not have the ball, and I said to myself, I knew this was going to be the game plan anyway, because Wolves are a team where they sit back, they invite you to hit you on the break.
I said it, mate. I said it yesterday. We nullified everything they had. I thought they had about a 5-minute spell.
That is it.
Posts.
Yeah, that's what you said it, didn't you? And
it was just like, that was it.
That was it.
There was nothing else in it for them. In my opinion, there was nothing else in it. But
that header, Jimenez. The raw, the belief, and then when they got the corner,
literally. Boom. It literally kick-started them on, and then they got the well-worked goal, which it was quality. I'm not going to deny it. It's, for me, best goal this season so far.
100%,
and he's a contender for goal of the season probably at the end, but
that goal and the Aston Villa goal.
Yeah, it was literally, pinpoint one tiny little spot he could have picked out, Neves, in that goal.
100%.
Past all the charging defenders and De Gea. And De Gea even got a touch. I didn't see that till later, but he got a touch. It was right in the top corner, top bins. Now you can hold your hands up. Right, what are we doing from here?
But then I thought, I tweeted out then, this is the time for the heads. This is the time for people to stand up. And you know what? McTominay lost it. There was a couple of pressure. The pressure really got to McTominay. Lingard ghosted. Absolutely, for me, ghosted. I didn't even see him in the game after that. That's why Ollie took him off for Matter, because he was just gone. He didn't have nothing about him. And that's what, for me, is what is worrying for me. Is we don't have that player to stand up, puff his chest out and say, listen, I'm going to grab the game by the scruff of the neck and I'm going to go in there and I'm going to show why I should be, I'm going to make us win the game. And McTominay, as much as I love him, I love his courage, I love his, tenacity, I love his energy, but he is very a limited player.
Yeah, he is. He is what he is, and he's a job player, like we said.
Exactly.
Phil Neville's, the Darren Fletchers of the world, but they had good teams around them. McTominay, Pereira, Fred, whoever's in that midfield has to have a ridiculously awesome game. All of them have to play well together, otherwise we don't work. Yeah, the problem is for me, this is the conundrum for me, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. You've got a player, Fred, who can find that killer pass, but he won't do the dirty work behind him, or he's a bit susceptible to his defensive work, and he won't bully defenders. He won't, whereas McTominay will do everything apart from find the killer pass. So who do you go with? Do you leak goals, or do you say, you know what, I'll risk the thing with Pogba? And that's what Ole is doing. He's not playing Fred because he knows that he will be successful to the back, and he won't give that protection to who is it? Ole Gunnar. Bike break.
Maguire. Bike break.
Say hello to the guy on the
Sorry,
bike.
Mate.
Yes. First one. There might be a few more of them, so if we do come a little bit close, you know why, so we don't knock anyone in the canal. No lawsuits on this channel. No, thank you. Right. So I was driving in this morning. Obviously, I'm knackered. I'm still annoyed about the result and how it all ended up. And then listening and talking about bringing stats and talking over the penalty. We've gone over that penalty 1,000 times. It should have been Rashford taking it. If you disagree, then you're wrong. Okay, I'm putting it there. Yeah, Rashford has that penalty. Forget that two men set up and they can choose between them while they're on the pitch. It's not going to work. It's rubbish. Lingard hasn't made an assist or a goal in 8 months. 14 games. I'm like, 8 months is a bit of an exaggeration because we've had pre-season and everything, but It's like 14 games. Since December, he hasn't contributed assist or a goal to the team. You're number 10 at United, mate.
That is scary for me. You're number 10 at United, and you've not scored in 14 games. Since November, apparently, he's not scored or assisted. That is, for me, scary, man. And
bad news.
That, again, it's the same thing with McTominay. That is why he's choosing Lingard over, say, Pereira, because he gives you them kind of runs where he don't get create assists, but he opens the space up for, you know, like, let's say Martial and Rashford to run into. Do you know what I mean? And he will do that, but the problem is, right, another bike break, guys.
Coming in. Boop, boop.
But
say hello to the bike up.
But yeah, like, you know, it's a matter of fact. Look how real this guy is, man. We're just out here talking about United in any surroundings. That's what we're doing for you. But that is for me the question for me. Does Lingard, does Oliver Solskjaer go with Pereira? Someone that can maybe, I want to see something different. And Lingard has his chance now, and he's got to prove now. He's got to bring the assistance. 26 approaching 27. This is your prime years.
It is, and you're playing the number 10 for United. You should be pulling up trees. I thought that game was made for Lingard today. I thought Pablo was going to get nullified. They'll take out Rashford and Martial. They'll gang up on them. Someone's got to be free, and that's what the 10 does.
Exactly, and that chances he had. Oh my God!
And then what was it? Hit him in the face.
He wanted him in the shoulder. He was trying to. He stuffed it. You know, one of them ones. And then the second one was where I think it was a good defence. Bowley, I think it was. He got it before he did. So, you know, but it's frustrating because you can see what kind of abilities he's got in a sense, but the fact of the matter is he still is very limited. Like McTominay, he will give you the runs, but he won't give you that killer pass. He won't, you know, make a darted run and then hit the ball 25 yards out like Neves. We're crying out for Neves or Bruno Fernandes, but
this is what happens when you don't spend the money in the right places in the summer. We know what we've got now. I've accepted this season is going to be tough. And we're not going to create many chances. Sudden forward players like Lingard, Rashford, Martial, they need to be on point. Because we know the capabilities of our midfield, and they're not going to be. They're not going to pull up trees because they haven't got the capabilities. They're playing to the best of their abilities, and they're just not good enough. But it's what we've got right now. Right, I'm going to go on about United all day. You know what I'm like, I just drone on. So right, let's get into these other games this weekend. Let's round up the rest of it as quick as we can. I'm going to start with the performance of the weekend for me, and I was going on the lines of Norwich and Newcastle, and Norwich, Phuket, and then I thought, you know what?
Free signing, you know.
It's Newcastle and then all of a sudden I'm thinking, I can't now, because can they have a stinker of a weekend and the best performance of the weekend in one game?
You could do.
I've switched it up a little bit. I've just gone back, one of the oldest clubs in the country, Sheffield United. First win back in the Premier League. For me, I know it was Palace and they are poor at the moment, but
got them on the weekend.
Thankfully. But for me, just coming back into the Premier League, the whole hype, the old school Bramall Lane, I can't wait to get back there this season. It's going to be buzzing because we ain't got enough North West teams. This season we got Sheffield back. We lost Huddersfield last season, but Sheffield United's back now, and I'm looking forward to getting there again. But
too many South teams, isn't it?
Controlled that game completely from start to finish for me. I watched the game, watched all the highlights back, and 100%. They were fully deserving. Palace didn't have a shot.
And you know what they did though on Zaha? They absolutely doubled. It was almost tripled up on him. They knew that was the
only player.
The only player that could do something out of nothing. And what they did was they nullified him absolutely brilliantly. And that's what they're going to do. You know what they've got to do in Sheffield United? They've got to make their home games a fortress. They've got to get points at home, because I feel like away from home, yes, they got a point at Bournemouth, but I feel like away from home they will get spanked.
They will.
You know, 9 times out of 10, but if they can get their home form and make it a hostile atmosphere, and what they did is, you know what though, Sheffield United's atmosphere, that was unbelievable.
That was it. You could tell. You could tell. So that's my performance of the weekend. Would you change? You
know what? I was going to give it slightly Norwich and Phuket, but I've got to give it to Sheffield United. You know what I mean? First win since 2007. You know what I mean? When they were here, that's unbelievable. You know what I mean?
Well played, Blades. First win back in the big time. Takes us straight back onto that game that we just spoke about. Then Phuket hat trick. This is the stinker of the week for me, because even Alan Shearer was condemning Newcastle and the way they're playing. I said it at the start of the season. He's a Geordie, Bruce, and we love him here at United, but his record in the Premier League is shocking, mate. He's a wrong fit for Newcastle. I hate to say it.
I don't know why they got him, but then again, I see some journalists.
No one else wanted it.
I see some journalists what he said. Well, why don't you take the job? If you're Bruce, You know what I mean? You've had relegation. You've had very, very, hard teams that you brought up. Sheffield Wednesday not done well there. Yeah, I don't know if he left or he got sacked, but you've got the dream job, Geordie boy. Why would you not take him? But from Newcastle, it's a nightmare.
It's like us taking the United job, mate, isn't it?
Exactly.
No, it's like Ola. He's not going to say no to anything.
No, exactly. And he's a legend as a player, but for me as a manager, I don't know about him. He's very, very, pedestrian. It's very, very stalemate football. It's not great to, and you've got Almiron. You've got exciting players there. And he spent 40 million. I couldn't believe it, They spent 40 million on that half-a-life striker. Yeah. He's got 11 goals in about 35 appearances. How on earth did he spend 40 million on that? That is
Bruce
crazy.
Is banking on that front two there of being.
Yeah.
And it's like Alan Shearer condemned it. I watched his analysis and he was bang on Match of the Day, and he was saying the distance apart and the midfield is no way near.
No.
And I've had Newcastle down for relegation, mate, this year.
You know what? I have them down. I had Brighton, Sheffield United, and what's it of? Someone else, but I had them two down, but I didn't think Newcastle. I thought Newcastle would just find a way to come up, but I feel like now they will, because the fact that they're
don't look like they're going to be able to score a goal.
Exactly,
in a game. So
they didn't even buy Rondon, did they?
No, I know.
That for me was criminal.
There's a guy who can hold the ball up and actually hold
and he caused a threat last season.
Exactly that, mate. So yeah, you just mentioned it there. Then you had Brighton down as one of your.
Brighton.
I had them in my relegation, but good start for them.
Good start, yeah.
Well, it's got them playing well, and the new kid front. For the life of me, I had his name in my head, and I can't remember what it is now. But another VAR incident, an absolute humdinger of a volley to be done on the VAR for that, I'd be gutted. But then to go straight back down the other end in the next half, not let it affect you and score a goal just as good.
Yeah.
Credit where it's due. I know they ended up only getting a point. Two very similar teams.
4 points out of 2.
You take that all day long as a Brighton fan.
Exactly. What I mean, at Watford away, I thought Chris Hughton, they had a manager who would keep them up every season, and I didn't know what Brighton wanted. Did they want a manager that would play more expansive football? Is it, for me, another kind of Swansea issue where they want a player to be more, expansive? That's what the manager's done now, and fair play to them. They proved me wrong, but then again, it's one of Christmas period for me is always a key. Can they keep up the form in the Christmas? Everyone always starts off well. It's how they maintain it. But fair play, 4 points out of 6. I wouldn't have expected that.
No, credit to Brighton. They really have pulled up trees so far this season for me. Moving on. Okay, I thought there might have been a little bit of a backlash in this game. Liverpool, Southampton. I thought Southampton, and you know what, mate? Dick could have gone the total opposite way that game. Southampton missed some serious chances.
Ings at the last minute, mate.
Oh,
what a chance that is. You've got to score that, man. You've got to bag that. But seems like he's still on contract at Liverpool, eh? You know what I mean?
It's like, because I know Liverpool had their chances, obviously, but Liverpool looking shaky at the back this year. We're not just saying that. We're not saying that just simply because the Liverpool and we're United, but they got lucky with injuries last year for me to big players. I know you could say Gomez, and obviously you got Chamberlain and Lallana. They're not the biggest players at Liverpool for me. If you lose a Van Dijk, or if you lose the goalkeeper, and it's proving now, Emerson, the goalkeeper, 2 games out, and the goals and the chances.
That was a shocker for me, Adrian. I don't know what he was thinking, That was a Carrier's point too there. You know what I mean? And
that was Mignolet and Carrier.
And they've got the high line now, which is for me, it's a bit interesting now. Can teams work around that, especially with teams that got pace up front? Like if we've got Martial, Aubameyang and them kind of players, if they can get behind that high line, Liverpool are causing issues for themselves.
I know they've still got the strengths and everything, they're going to be a threat this season, but for me, I think City are probably about 10 points ahead of them this year. I don't think Liverpool have not strengthened at all. No. They haven't got any stronger. If anything, they've stood still on it. You can't do that. I spoke with Vance about this last night. You cannot stay still on it. We made this mistake before, we know.
Exactly.
And if you expect to be able to challenge after not winning the league the season before and not spend any money, it's not going to work.
City have just bought Rodri when they had Fernandinho still there, but they thought, you know what, Fernandinho's getting a year older. We need to replace, we need to get more signings. They've got to get that. They've got to buy another left back. I don't know who it was, but they banked on Mendy not being injured. It's the fact that you've got to keep going stronger. You've got to keep improving, and that's the only way you win titles. You win titles by keep doing the same thing again and again, progressing. That's all you're going to do, but
that's exactly what it is.
They go again.
For me, Liverpool were slightly lucky. I know hangover.
Yeah.
And then
got the back, two easy goals, quick goals. You know,
Saints will feel us a little bit unlucky, to be honest. And
they had a few chances to head up in the first half. That good save by Adrian, but Saints again. That's two losses.
Got them as well in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, we got them away.
Bad start for Southampton. I thought Hasenhüttl would have had a better start, to be honest, but it's not worked out that way.
No,
We've been totally surprised by the start to this season.
Exactly.
I have anyway. But hangover part 2, Chelsea. Game of two halves, massive game of two halves.
Absolutely. Leicester, I think Leicester should have won that. Leicester should have won that.
I agree.
Was it Madison? What a player, but he should have buried that. Vardy had
anywhere
a couple
else,
chances.
mate.
As soon as that goal went in for Leicester, Chelsea's head dropped. Yeah. They absolutely just dropped. And it's almost as if they were defeated. There was no leaders in there. There was no one to say, listen, we've still got a chance here. We're at home. Let's prove ourselves. Willian came on, not much, a bit lifeless. But he brought Pulisic off, which for me is a bit surprising. I thought he would have went with all his attackers on there, just, but was Lampard happy just to get a point on board and then build on from there? Yeah. It's going to be a difficult season for Lampard. I just don't see that magic. Hazard gave you that magic out of nothing. The West Ham game last year, where they needed top 4, and he was a man to get them out. He did that run.
Hold them out of the shot.
Hold them out, mate. He absolutely.
Every single. You can't get rid of Hazard and not replace. I know they had the transfer in bag. It's not their fault.
It's not their fault. Yeah.
Your expectation level has to automatically drop.
100%, and top 6 for me, that would be a good season for them. Top 6 and maybe FA Cup or a Carabao Cup.
Yeah, it's a Mount. I mean, Mount looks good. It's a good prospect. But he can't carry the whole team.
No.
They need to establish. I think it was Holloway was talking on Talk Sport saying he's nailed his flag to the mast, saying basically he's going to go all the young kids, but the balance with the young kids and the experienced players has to be there. It's 100%. Not for Chelsea, and
100%.
They have been found out. They were probably fatigued from the midweek game in Turkey, and second half. Leicester should have absolutely pranked
Leicester,
them
mate,
big time. They missed a chance, Leicester, there. They really did.
Should have got 3 points, but
not being clinical. That's it, United fans. It's about being clinical.
Take your chances.
Take your chances.
I feel like Chelsea probably wanted that point more than Leicester. I think Leicester was
get a point on the board.
Get a point on the board, and for Leicester should have been 3 points, but they go again.
Alright, okay, next game. I was just over here celebrating my birthday. You already know it's my birthday. But hotel football over there, I was there Saturday evening, early evening, there was a certain football match on, and it kicked off royal. I know a Manchester City fan who's actually cut his season ticket up after the VAR incident. He said he's not going again. He said he's had enough. He's literally he's ruined the game. And I know it is City, and we laugh at him, and the banter's there, but they have been stung a couple of times by VAR now, and again
17th of April, 17th of September
2-2 draw. City absolutely battered Spurs, who were
100%.
Bike break, say hello to the biker, there he goes. Back to City again.
But for me, that VAR though, it's gonna ruin the game, and I'm sorry, but I'm that kind of old school football. I just love the way that you can go after the game and say, oh, we should have had that penalty. And yes, it can work in your favour, you can get that 3 points, but it's just going to ruin the whole atmosphere. Imagine you celebrated, last minute winner, and the next thing you know, you've got to wait for VAR, that nonsense, to say, no goal. That is just going to kill the game.
I mean, it was when they were checking an Neves goal last night. You know what? I was having banter with the Wolves fans. There's a guy there with a Rey Mysterio mask, God's sake, shouting at us. Wow. That's some crazy shit going on right there. But I know what? I didn't want the VAR to take that goal away from Wolves, because I was like, you know what? It's going to happen to every team this year. What's the point? It's celebrating it.
I think they gave it.
We're all going to get it.
Yeah, but I didn't understand it though, because I think a part of his arm was offside, or part of his leg. So they give it the benefit of the doubt at that moment. So
they didn't give it to Sterling at West Ham.
Exactly. So
same rule.
I don't know. Then what's the thing there? Then I don't know.
I mean, it's basically after these decisions go upstairs, and then what is it based on? Then someone else's opinion in a box. It's only like us talking about it now.
And is it opinion where is it credible referees? Is it people that have been trained on VARs? How trained are they? You know, it's very very. For me, I'd prefer the FIFA World Cup version where the referee goes up to the screen and he sees it for himself.
He decides.
That's what I think should happen.
Yeah.
Not some guys in a box that you don't know and they will never get criticised. No one will never know about them, but they've cost someone a title or a goal.
For VAR, pro VAR, Red cards, definitely.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Well, goal line technology is fine.
Yeah.
It's not a problem.
Yeah.
I don't think offsides or handball should even be in. Mistaken identity, red cards.
Yeah.
Goal line technology. That's all we need.
That's all we need.
What's the point in having a linesman? What is the point in having a linesman? They look at every single decision.
Yeah.
So now we're taking people's jobs away just for some nerds who don't do anything but sit at a computer all day.
It's going to become a computer game. We are going to become a computerised football. It's not going to be the soul of football going to go.
Yeah.
In a few years, in about 10 years' time, the soul of football is going to go because we're going to have Muppets in a computer room that are going to be doing dodgy decisions, and it's not good for the game. It's not good. I want the authenticity of the game's going to go away, and it's sad.
In that game, City absolutely battered Spurs. I've never seen Spurs play so bad. City deserved to win that game. God knows how many.
Couldn't get out of the box.
They were another one who were clinical. 3 shots, was it?
That's
2 on target,
2 goals.
Great substitution for Moore, by the way. That was a cracking sub.
Unbelievable.
Bang, in it goes.
Should be getting that though, surely. It's about 5'5". Should be getting that.
More games to go over before we finish, wrap it up.
Yeah.
Another promoted team, Aston Villa. They look alright for me. They look like they're playing decent football.
But it's the
2
know-how.
defeats.
Yeah, it's the clinicalness of the other team, and it's the know-how. It's the know-how.
Yeah, he said it. He said if you make schoolboy errors in this league, you'll get punished very quickly.
And 3 points a goal like that.
Literally, Bournemouth. I thought West Ham would have been licking the lips at that game.
Yeah.
Bournemouth hit them early, and in the end took their chances.
Took your chances, and
if you got strikers like
King could go. I don't know what's called the other one. I forgot his name, but and that second goal by the first goal by Aston Villa. Boy, that's contender for Nevers.
Yeah,
that too would be contender for the goal of the month.
Doozy. I can't remember the name of the guy actually. He was the one who was at fault for one of the goals for Bournemouth. He dummied the ball. It went through him. And they scored from it. Yeah. At least he made up for that mistake. Yeah. But Villa, I still think Villa are going to be alright. I like the way they're looking.
Yeah.
I feel like there's worse teams in the league.
There is.
That's what I think.
Newcastle, there's other teams,
They need that first win, a point, a win, anything, just to get them settled.
Yeah.
Because they've got a good manager. They've spent a lot. They've got a good backing now. They've got one of the best stadiums in the league, which needs to stay. I want Villa in the league. I need it because we need that away game. We need them in it. The old school teams.
Old school.
That's what's going to make the Premier League.
Yeah.
And I just think they'll have just enough to stay up. And then it'll all depend on the investment.
And if they can beat the teams around them, that's for me. That's going to be the key.
Yeah,
if they can beat the teams around them, then that's.
Bournemouth was one of them teams. You'd have thought you'd have banked on them really getting at least a point out of that, but they failed. And
100%.
Unfortunately, it was 2 defeats in 2 for for Villa. Claret and Blue.
It's a massive learning curve.
Right, early game on Saturday. Arsenal. I don't think you could have given Arsenal an easier start to the season, mate, could you?
Newcastle,
Burnley.
Disarray. You know what I mean? I don't know why Arsenal fans are getting a bit giddy. They expected to win 6 points. It's not as if, you know what I mean, yes, you can talk about a poor away record and all that, but you expect to beat Newcastle. A team, in trouble, a team, with, the apparently they had a walkout and all that. A team in disarray, if you call it now.
Yeah.
And then you got, Burnley expected to win at home. Burnley not massive away goal-getters, you know what I mean? Yeah. But that kid though, Calebos, he looks a player.
Calebos, yeah, he
looks a player.
We said it. Aaron said it as well. I remember us talking in our group, and Aaron said he's a baller. This kid.
He's a baller.
And he ran the show. Yeah, he was playing against Newcastle and Burnley, who don't have anything about them at all at the moment. Burnley roll over and have the bellies tickled by Arsenal every single time they play them. So, but
it's at home where they do their business.
Burnley did show some frailties in Arsenal though, and that is defensively. Balls into the box, they pounded a few in there.
They did.
And Barnes again getting in there, and Arsenal are not strong at the back.
He's a player which I wouldn't mind, in my squad, Barnes, because he'll rough up people, he'll challenge everybody. He gets goals.
Gets goals, mate.
And it's one of them, he'll be key for Burnley this season, I reckon, because they'll need goals, and they play the same way, 4-4-2. You know what I mean? Goodmanson one side, that side, Volks and up front, and that's what they do. They play it so well, and what they'll do is they'll get points from in and around their team. It's for me that game they played against Southampton when they battered them. That's what they'll do to teams in Burnley at home. Even away from home, they might get a couple of draws and whatnot because they stick to a plan and they execute it. Exactly. And for me, that Arsenal game was probably a writer for them because at the end of the day they came out there just to show what they can do, and if they got a point, that's fair play to them. but Arsenal got the result and good start for them, 6 points. But for me, the key test will be Anfield next season. It's not about the Burnleys.
Spurs and Liverpool coming up, aren't
That's
they
what
now?
I mean. If they lose them two, then bro, you know what I mean.
Straight back to where it was.
Back to where
I
it
don't
was.
think there's anyone else we're not touched on now, is there? I think we covered everyone now.
I think we have, yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much it. Yeah.
Everyone done.
Sorry if we've missed anyone.
Yeah, if we have missed anyone, I don't think we have. I think we covered everyone now. Just working, no location, no props, no little telling us everything, what's going on, results and stats and everything like that. We're just going from our knowledge of watching pure football all weekend.
That's it.
And that's it. We're going to wrap the video up there, guys. Like I said at the start, drop into the description below. Aaron, just give the people a reminder.
Yeah, my name is Saeed, like if you didn't know anyway. But check me out on Twitter at realist_when it's7 and on YouTube United Central, guys. Check me out on there. We'll have a video with Aaron talking about a tactical review of the United game. See where we're wrong, see where we can improve for next game. Yeah, go check it out, guys.
Yeah, definitely, people. Yeah, you know what to do. Like, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you are watching for the first time. You know, Adam, Madrid United, we've got lots coming up. We've got a big game at weekend here. We're going to be here doing the fan cams as usual. There will be a preview to that game as well in the week, and probably a couple of other little things going on, because that transfer window, Sanchez, Rojo, where they going, them are all coming up right now. So
it's crazy still. We got how many defenders have we got?
And a few more videos with this guy as well.
Yeah, good to see you, mate. Honestly, pleasure, mate. Honestly.
Always check it out, people. Don't forget, Saeed, United Central, more work with Madrid United coming up. Take it easy.